In the heart of a sprawling savanna, where acacia trees dotted the landscape like scattered umbrellas, there was a village named Neander. This village was known for its peace, prosperity, and a tradition as ancient as the land itself, a tradition guarded by a single individual known as the Keeper of Secrets. The Keeper was chosen once every generation, a title passed down not by bloodline but through destiny. It was believed that the Keeper could hear the whispers of the earth, the wind, and the ancestors, safeguarding the wisdom and mysteries that bound the village to its roots. The current Keeper, Mama Zai, was a woman of quiet strength and wisdom. Her eyes seemed to hold the weight of countless generations, and her voice, though soft, commanded respect. Mama Zai had served for over 3 decades, but her time as Keeper was drawing to a close. Tradition required her to find a successor, a task that weighed heavily on her. One crisp morning, as the first rays of sunlight kissed the savanna, Mama Zai announced her decision to the village. "The time has come," she said, her voice steady yet tinged with melancholy. "The Keeper must find a successor before the next harvest moon." The villagers whispered among themselves, speculating who might be chosen. Among them was a boy named Amani. At 16, Amani was known for his curiosity and his tendency to wander far beyond the boundaries of the village. While some saw him as a dreamer, others dismissed him as reckless. Amani had always been fascinated by Mama Zai's stories, tales of the hidden springs that never dried, the sacred stones that glowed under moonlight, and the voices of the ancestors that only the Keeper could hear. Deep down, he wished to be part of that legacy, though he doubted he was worthy. Mama Zai devised 3 trials to determine who among the villagers could inherit the mantle of Keeper. The first trial was of wisdom, the second of courage, and the final of connection, the ability to truly hear the whispers of the land. On the day of the first trial, the villagers gathered in the clearing where the ancient baobab tree stood. Mama Zai presented a riddle. "I am not alive, yet I grow, I have no lungs, yet I need air, I have no mouth, yet I drown. What am I?" The crowd murmured as contenders stepped forward, offering answers. Some said it was a stone, others guessed the wind. But Amani, after moments of quiet reflection, answered, "Fire." Mama Zai smiled. "Wisdom lies not in haste but in understanding. You passed the first trial, Amani." For the second trial, Mama Zai led the contenders to a narrow ravine known as the Whispering Gorge. Legend claimed the gorge was home to restless spirits who tested the bravery of anyone who entered. Each contender was tasked with retrieving a sacred stone placed deep within the gorge. As night fell, Amani descended into the gorge, the walls closing in around him. The whispers of the wind sounded like voices, and shadows danced in the moonlight. Fear gnawed at his resolve, but he remembered Mama Zai's words, "Courage is not the absence of fear but the strength to move forward despite it." He pressed on, finding the sacred stone and returning safely to the surface. The villagers cheered, but Amani's heart was heavy. He had heard something in the gorge, a voice calling his name. The last trial required the contenders to spend a night alone in the sacred grove, a place believed to be the heart of Neander's connection to the ancestors. Mama Zai explained that the grove held the answers to those who could truly listen. That night, Amani sat beneath a towering acacia tree, the air thick with the hum of insects and the distant calls of nocturnal animals. He closed his eyes, surrendering to the stillness. Hours passed, and just as he began to drift into sleep, he heard it, a melody, soft and ethereal, rising from the earth itself. The music carried words, though faint and fragmented, the land, the people, one. Amani felt an overwhelming sense of unity, as though he was not just hearing the ancestors but becoming one with them. When dawn broke, he returned to the village, knowing he had found his purpose. Mama Zai greeted Amani with a knowing smile. "The land has chosen," she said, handing him the staff of the Keeper, adorned with carvings that told the story of Neander. Amani, once the dreamer, had become the keeper of secrets, a bridge between the past and the future. Under his guardianship, the village of Nienda thrived, its people more connected to their heritage than ever. And when Amani played the melody he had heard in the sacred grove, the entire village felt the presence of the ancestors, their whispers echoing through time. Moral lessons from this story are: listen to the world around you. The story teaches us the value of attentiveness. Wisdom and answers often come not from speaking but from truly listening to the voices of nature, others, and our inner selves. Courage is facing fear, not avoiding it. Amani's journey through the Whispering Gorge reminds us that bravery doesn't mean the absence of fear, it means overcoming it to fulfill a greater purpose. Unity is the foundation of strength. The sacred drum and the ancestors' whisper symbolize the interconnectedness of all things. The story emphasizes that when we stand united with our land, history, and people, we can achieve harmony and prosperity. Never underestimate potential. Amani, once dismissed as a dreamer, proved that greatness lies within those who dare to dream. Everyone has potential, and belief in oneself is the key to unlocking it. Respect and preserve traditions. The role of the keeper highlights the importance of cherishing and preserving cultural heritage. It is through traditions that communities remain connected to their roots. True leadership comes with responsibility. Amani's acceptance of the keeper's mantle shows that leadership is not about power but about service and dedication to the greater good. Patience and reflection lead to wisdom. Rushing into decisions or answers often leads to mistakes. Amani's approach in solving the riddle and understanding the whispers teaches us the importance of patience and introspection. Like, subscribe, and follow for more inspiring stories.